So, the SNES Online came out. There are lots of great games on it, and others that are just like, what? But I feel like all these games were picked for a reason, so I decided to play Breath of Fire, which, according to Wikipedia, came out in 1993 on the SNES. The series had 6 games, so I guess it's kind of a series. But let's talk about the game itself. It's bad. There's a lot of stuff in it that I just don't get, such as, how come the second story of the building is on fire, and yet the first story of it is the safe zone? Wouldn't that catch on fire as well? Also, the people in my town at the beginning were referred to as light dragons or something. So, what do they consider a dragon in this game? Basically, there are lots of questions in the game, and I'm not too far in the game, but I feel like I'm far enough that I should at least know what I'm supposed to be doing. But basically, the plot so far is that our town was attacked by the Dark Dragon Army, which is actually just a bunch of ninjas, and work for a guy, dragon thingy, I don't know, named Zog. And then there's a really long cutscene of this random lady, who is apparently my sister, which I know thanks to Wikipedia, who gets in a fight with one of Zog's cronies, who eventually kills her, I think. Then the army kinda just leaves, and I'm told that I should go save the world. But I'm also told that I shouldn't, so I don't know. And I'm finally able to actually get started in the game. First of all, I want to say that the menuing system in this game is awful. It's all symbols, and some of them are easy to understand, like the helmet is armor, but others are really vague, like these arrows, which mean changing party members, and these other arrows, which I have no idea what they do. There are some words used to tell you stuff, but it's always super abbreviated to the point where it's hard to tell what the items are. Like with this copper sword, which I thought was a shield for like 3 minutes. I was trying to put it in the shield slot until I realized it was, in fact, a sword. And I get that this is just me being an idiot, but couldn't they have just used a smaller font so that the whole word would fit? This game does literally no hand-holding, so I just had to use my prior knowledge of these types of games to figure out how to do stuff. I'm still super confused as to what kind of things I can do and what I can't. The enemies in this game are super easy to kill. Even at level 1, most enemies should take 1 hit to kill. But you probably will die a couple of times at the beginning just because they give you like 3 HP. But once you've gained a couple of levels, enemies just become annoyances because they die instantly, and you run into another encounter every 3 feet. I actually turned off the sound halfway through because I got tired of hearing the beginning of the songs every couple seconds. This game faces a problem that I feel like most turn-based RPGs do, where the battle system has no strategy for most of the beginning, because your character has no magic or other party members. I feel like this one goes on for especially long, because I got to the second dungeon and I still had neither. But anyways, you'll probably make it to the next town extremely quickly, and see that it was also destroyed by Zog's army, and the people are complaining about how the castle was taken over by smelly monsters. They use basically every synonym for smelly in the thesaurus when describing the monsters. The dungeon would be extremely easy, but the most common enemy here are these guys. And the only thing they can do is poison you, which causes you to take damage every step you take. Wow, so fun. When you get to the end of this really long dungeon, you come to face with its boss. And here's my reaction. Alright, so the boss fight is a frog? Oh shoot, a big frog. Wait, this guy's name really is just Frog? Dang, this guy's got some really uncomfortable idle animations. He's just like, just let me lick my lips before I beat the frick out of you. And boom, dead. Suck it, buddy. And after this boss fight, you get to walk all the way back to the beginning of the way too long dungeon. The people tell you that Zog's bros have taken over their other town. Nani? And you should take it over tonight, because apparently this game actually has a day-night cycle that goes through when you're traversing through the overworld. Once you get to their castle, you have to do a stealth segment. Yes, a stealth segment. Just thrown into the middle of your turn-based RPG. Once you're done with that garbage, you get to go to the second dungeon, which is like an underground lava cavern that has the exact same enemies as the rest of the game. There's not even a stat difference at all, so you're just getting stopped every couple of steps so you can instantly kill the insanely weak enemies. It's basically the exact same dungeon as the other one, with different room design, which is really annoying. The boss of the dungeon is the commander of this part of the army, and for some reason, he deals twice the amount of damage the other boss did, and has 3 times the health. So the dungeon has you fighting ridiculously weak enemies the entire time, just to throw a boss that's nowhere near what the game has been preparing you for. Normally, games like this would start to throw harder enemies with more experience at you, so that you could prepare for something like this. But instead, I died. In fact, because they've used the same couple of enemies since the beginning of the game, it got so boring that I had to keep myself entertained by making bad jokes like, "Yeah, I sure wanna flee," after looking at that. Well, the combat was my last beacon of hope for this game, but now it's dead. I've been feeling an excessive amount of gloom since starting this game. Yeah, that's a bunch of bola. Dang, my guy's got some pretty great hair. Party in the front, party in the back, party in the USA. So let's go back to the question that I asked at the beginning of the video. Why did Nintendo pick this game as one of the games on the SNES Online? Well, I can think of only one reason. He is going to be in Smash Bros. No, I'm just joking. But maybe.